Hey guys, happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I hope you had a great New Year's Eve. Whether you went out, stayed in, did a bit of both. My New Year's Day started. I woke up and tried to make a coffee and my kettle broke. But I refuse to think that this year is going to be all about broken things, etc. I choose to take that as a positive, to buy a spanking new, beautiful, shiny kettle, and to bring in the new and do away with the old. So it's fine. It's completely fine. Anyway, today's video is going to be a true or false question and answer about me. Is there anything that you'd been dying to ask? It can be weird. It can be conventional. But I compiled a few that some of you kindly suggested. And I've added a few of my own as well. So what you need to do after each statement about me is tell me whether you think it is true or false. True or false. And you'll have a little bit of time, and then I will reveal the answer. Okay. Let's begin. Question number 1. KFC is my favourite fast food. KFC is my favourite fast food. Is that true or false? True or false? Tell me. Is it true or false? It is false. It is false. My favourite fast food is McDonald's. Sorry, KFC. Okay, moving on to statement number 2. Blonde is my natural colour. Blonde is my natural colour. Is blonde my natural colour? Blonde is my natural colour. Okay. Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Or is it false? Is it false? What do you think? Okay, the answer is true and false. So, this was a question asked of me. Now, I assume that the person who asked this thought that my current hair colour is blonde. This is grey, and this is natural. I do not dye my hair. I am naturally grey. Obviously, I wasn't born grey. I was actually born dark brown, medium brown hair. Had medium brown hair, and I started going grey probably when I was about 14. I had my first few grey hairs. I remember dyeing it with henna. But yeah, I used to get my first grey hairs very young, only like 1 or 2. And then in my 20s, I had to dye my hair regularly, like a dark brown brown because when my roots came through, it was very obvious that I had a lot of grey hair. And eventually I went blonde, I dyed my hair blonde, and I realised that my roots were actually really close to the blonde colour. So in my early 30s, I just went for it. I thought, you know what, it's actually a really pretty colour. I'm just going to go grey. So in my 30s, I let my hair naturally lose all the dye. I went grey, and I haven't dyed it since. So it is true that this is my natural colour, but it is false that blonde is my natural colour. It's not. My natural colour was brown, I've gone grey, and now this is my natural colour. I hope that makes sense. Okay, next. I ride a Harley Davidson. I ride a Harley Davidson. Is it true or false? Is it true? Is it false? Tell me, is it true or false? True or false? It is. It's false. I can't even drive a car. I can't drive. I mean, I can drive. I know how to drive. I just don't have a license. But yeah, I can't drive. I can ride a bike, but I can't drive or ride Harley Davidson. But I would look cool on one, and that would be the important thing. Yes. Okay. Next question. I believe in aliens. I believe in aliens. Is it true? Is it false? Is it true? Is it false? I believe in aliens. What do you think? The answer is I don't really have an opinion. It wouldn't surprise me if it was true. It wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't true. If there were or weren't aliens. I don't know. I don't really have strong opinions on the matter. If I had to say true or false, I would probably lean towards the side of true, but not in the way aliens are depicted in films and in books. I don't think they would look like that. I don't think they would have any sort of humanoid features. I think they would be maybe not even visible. I don't know. But that is my answer. Okay. I have a university degree. Is it true? Is it false? True. False. True. False. True. False. True or false? True or false? Do I have a university degree? The answer is it's true. I majored in Spanish, surprise, surprise, and my minor was in Japanese. Japanese. That is very true. I do have a university degree, a bachelor's degree, BA, with honours. So, my next question. My favourite book is Pride and Prejudice. Is that true? Could that be true? Or is it false? Is it false? My favourite book is Pride and Prejudice. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? The answer is true. I obviously love Harry Potter books and I love the Twilight books because I have the brain of a teenager, but they are technically a series of books. Also Game of Thrones, the Song of Ice and Fire series, even though we won't speak of that because it gets me very angry that he hasn't finished the series. But a book on its own, my favourite, definitely, Pride and Prejudice. I'm a big old romantic at heart, but I also love that Elizabeth Bennet is very feisty and she does what she wants to do. I love that. I read that book when I was about 13. Actually, maybe younger. No, I think I was 13. I remember I got it for Christmas. My mum got me it for Christmas. That was my first ever classic that I'd read. And I loved it. I really, really loved it. And I've watched the adaptation so many times. Yeah, so Pride and Prejudice. Definitely my favourite. Okay. I can sing. Can I sing? Is it true? Is it true? Is it false? Is it true? Is it false? Is it true? True? False? False? Can I sing? What do you think? Tell me. Can I sing? Can I sing? The answer is true. I mean, I can hold a tune. I'm no Mariah Carey, but I would say I can sing. I can sing. I did sing with a band for a little while, but only for fun. Nothing serious. But I sing all the time. So that is true. Okay. I always sleep on the left-hand side of the bed. Now, I took this to be when you're actually in the bed. So if you're in the bed, you're looking outwards, that would be the left, that would be the right. To you, it would be the opposite way. That would be the right, that would be the left. So hard. But yeah, if you're in the bed, do I sleep on the left? Always. Is it true? Is it false? True. False. What do you think? Let's see. True. I always sleep on the left-hand side. And when I moved in with my husband, well, before he was my husband, he used to sleep always on the left. But I felt that I had given up my beautiful flat to move into his house. The least he could do was give me the left-hand side of the bed. Surely. Yes. You agree. I knew you'd agree. So it's true. Okay, next. My favourite singer is Jack White. Tell me, is that true? Is it true? Is it true? Or is it false? Is it false? Is it true or false? Jack White is my favourite singer. True. He is my all-time favourite singer, and I love the White Stripes, but he was meant to be my husband. We were meant to get married and have a beautiful life together, and he went and ruined that by getting married to someone else. But I still love him. If you're out there, Jack, and I love your new blue hair. It's true. I will always love you, Jack. I will always love you, Jack. But yes, it's true. I love him very much. Jack White. Jack White, Jack White, Jack White. Okay, the next one. I am half Spanish. I am half Spanish. Is that true? Could that be false? Whoop. 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 What do you think? True or false? True or false? I am half Spanish. Okay, the answer is false. No, I am fully English. Fully English. No. So, that was false. Okay. I have an extra toe. I have an extra toe. Is that true? Is it true? Do I have an extra toe? Or is that false? Is that false? Or is that true? Do I have an extra toe? The answer is it's false. It's false. But it might come in handy, although I probably have issues with shoes. But no, I just have 5 on each foot. Yes, no extra toes here, I'm afraid. Okay. I am originally from Yorkshire. I am originally from Yorkshire. Is that true? Is that true? Is that false? Is that false? Is that true or false? Am I originally from Yorkshire? Yorkshire. It is true. True. I lived in Yorkshire till I was about 13, and then I moved to Spain, and now I live down south. That is why I've lost my accent for the most part. I realise sometimes I do sound quite Yorkshire, but it's only when I get drunk or angry, then the Yorkshire comes out. This is what I would sound like, although it's really hard to do it naturally when you're kind of putting it on. But this is what I used to talk like. I don't know what to say now. So, I'm from Yorkshire normally, and I would have talked like this when I was little. We don't really say our T's, and we say coke and donut and one and bath. Yeah, so that's what I sound like when I speak Yorkshire. That's really difficult to just put on, even though it's my normal accent, my natural accent. But I tend to pick up accents, and I'm quite good at impersonating accents. So I think, even though I was adamant that when I moved down south I would not lose my accent, unfortunately it did start to disappear. But when I'm with my mum, it comes back, I'm sure. So, yeah, I am originally from Yorkshire. Okay, I hate potatoes. I hate potatoes. Do I hate potatoes? True. True. I hate potatoes. False. False. Is that true? Is it false? Do I hate potatoes? Tell me. False. It is false. False. In fact, I absolutely love potatoes. If I had to choose one type of food to live on again for the rest of my life, it would be potatoes. That is how much of a false statement I hate potatoes is. And also, I once told my husband that if I was given the choice of like never seeing him ever again or never being able to have potatoes again, let's just say he was a goner. Bye. Yeah, I'll take all the potatoes. Thanks, bye husband. Yeah, that's how much I love potatoes. So that was false. That was false. Okay, I am allergic. I am allergic to fish. Is that true? Is it true? Is that true? Am I allergic to fish? Or is that false? Is that a load of rubbish? Is that false? I'm allergic to fish. What do you think? Okay, the answer is true. True. I am allergic to fish. I don't eat fish. I don't eat shellfish. It makes me poorly. It doesn't kill me, but it makes me sick. So I don't eat it, and to be honest, it doesn't bother me. I don't think fish or shellfish look or smell particularly appetising. So yeah, no big real bother for me. But yes, I am allergic to fish. It's the only thing I am allergic to. So although I do get quite funny on pistachios, I love pistachios so much, but I get really, really anxious and panicky when I've eaten some. So I just don't bother, and I think that might be a sign of an allergy. I'm not 100% sure. But other than that, I eat anything and everything. Okay. I lint roll my bed. I lint roll my bed sheets every day. I lint roll my bed sheets every day. Is that true? Do I lint roll my bed sheets every day? Or is that false? Is it false? Is it true? Is it true or false? Do I lint roll my bed sheets every day? What do you think? The answer is true, because I am crazy. Yes, I really do lint roll my entire bed, like the duvet, the sheets, the pillowcases, underneath the pillowcases, everywhere, every day. It makes me feel good to get into a clean bed every night. So I feel like any hairs that have come off, any fluff that's come off, I'm going to get it, and I'm essentially lying in cleanish sheets. Obviously it doesn't replace washing them, I still wash them, but yeah, just a nice feeling every night. But that's a lot of lint roll, and it's also quite a lot of time. And the other day I told my son, you do realise this isn't normal, and that I literally don't know anyone else who does it. So when you're older, you don't have to do this. And he was literally in shock. He thought that everyone lint rolled their bed sheets every day. I'm so sorry to my son. I don't want to turn you into a OCD person, you know. So he doesn't have to do it. I won't ever make him do it, and I will tell him that he doesn't need to do it. But yes, I do. I'm very strange. Okay. I love true crime. I love true crime. Is that true? Is it true that I love true crime? Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Or is it false? Is it false? Do I love true crime? Or do I not? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Do I love true crime? It is true. I mean, I don't think I know anyone who doesn't like true crime. Probably is people. But there's not many programmes that my husband and I both agree on to watch. But we will both quite happily watch true crime documentaries or dramas based on true crime. Yeah, it's very interesting. I like all the psychology behind it, and I also like to see how things were investigated, and I just find it very clever how they solve these things. Obviously DNA is a big thing, but the whole process is really, really interesting for me, and I love anything to do with psychology. And yeah, even though it's very dark and you're never really going to understand why someone would do the things they do, it's just very interesting. Okay, I have tattoos. Do I have tattoos? Is that true? Do I have tattoos? Is that false? Is that a big fat lie? False. True. Do I have tattoos? Do I have tattoos? What do you think? Do I have tattoos? Do I have tattoos? The answer is false. I don't have tattoos. Funnily enough, I was talking about tattoos with my friends a few nights ago. My friend has just had one done, and I was saying if I were to get a tattoo, I would want a full sleeve. I don't think I'd want lots of little ones. I'd want a full sleeve. But I've never really truly wanted one, so I don't think I would get one, because it's not really been something I've really wanted. So yeah, either that, or I quite like the idea of starting at the base of your neck, base of your neck, and then like one long sort of spirally one that goes all the way down your body, down one leg, and ends up at the toe, like maybe like little stars in a little swirl around your body. I think that's quite nice, like one big long continuous tattoo. But no, I do not have any tattoos. Okay, I speak several languages fluently. Do I speak several languages fluently? Tell me. Is that true? Is that true? Is that true? Is that true? Or is that false? False. False. I speak several languages fluently. What do you think? It is false. It is false. I can speak several languages, but I am not fluent. Even though my Spanish is probably what most people would call fluent. If you can hear my stomach right now, I'm so sorry. It is going crazy. I would say that most people would say I speak Spanish fluently, but to me, fluently would mean me not having to really think about sentence structure and not struggle for certain phrases and things like that, whereas I still do. When I read Spanish, that is definitely fluent. I can translate into English, and that is in fact what I did for almost 20 years of my life. I was a translator, Spanish to English. So when I read, no problem, I would say that's fluent. But when I go to speak, because I don't speak speak Spanish on a daily basis, regular basis, I second guess myself, my head draws a blank a lot of the time. I am a bit of a perfectionist, so I worry about making grammatical errors when I speak. So yeah, I wouldn't say I was fluent, but people probably would say I was in Spanish. But all the other languages I speak, French, German, Japanese, they are very much your basic phrases, unfortunately. So the answer is false. Okay, the last question. Okay, then you can go. Okay, thank you very boring for you. Anyway, the last question is, I have a bearded dragon. I have a bearded dragon. Whoop. Is that true? Whoop. Do I have a bearded dragon? Or is it whoop? Is it false? Whoop. Whoop. Is it false? Or is it true? Tell me, what do you think? Do I have a bearded dragon? What do you think? It is whoop, false, I'm afraid. Whoop, false. My brother used to have one called Floyd, after Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, footballer. Is that his name? Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. He was named after him because we are, I'm so sorry, this may lose me subscribers, Leeds United fans. And he played for Leeds at the time. So he was called Floyd. But I do not have one. I only have a little cute pixie rabbit. She is adorable. Yeah, we only have a rabbit. She's very fluffy, so she's kind of bearded. But she's not a dragon. She's not a little lizardy thing. So that was it. That was it for today's Q&As. Thank you so much for getting involved and sending me some questions. That was really fun, and it was just like a nice way to kickstart the new year. I have a couple of ideas coming up. I'm hoping in a couple of days to record a Witcher roleplay. So there's a lot of props and there's a lot of things to prepare for it. So I'm hoping in 2 days that will be up, but it might be more on the 5th when my son goes back to school. I may need quiet to do it. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm really hoping it'll be a good one. Could go terribly wrong, but watch out for that if you are a Witcher fan. And I will see you